Do you feel like a failure? Do you feel like you can't ever do anything right? Do you feel like you're spiraling into thoughts that you are just never good enough? If the answer is yes, please listen to receive some encouragement as to why you are more than that. Hi, my name is Abby Williams, and welcome to Magic in the Moment, where I reflect on what I notice and observe. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please consider rating the podcast if you haven't already. Before we get started, I want you to take a moment to become aware of your hands. If you have the ability to do so, look at your hands. If you don't, simply feel into them. What do your hands feel like? Is there a subtle vibration, a tingling sensation? If you're looking at your hands, notice what they look like. And now take a deep breath with me in through the nose and out through the mouth. Because you are struggling with this sense of being a failure, with not being good enough, I want you to take some time today to write down 10 good things about yourself. Because I promise you they are there. And the truth is, what you focus on grows and expands. And if you take some time to focus on the good in you, the good will grow. There's this quote by Winston Churchill that goes, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." If you have failed, it is the product of you doing. There really is no doing without failing. There's no doing without falling. And the more you fall, the more you fail, the more you teach yourself. And I learned this a lot back when I used to skateboard. Because when you're skateboarding, you fall over and over and over again. You want to fail. You want to. Because the more you fail, the more you will find your way. And making mistakes, making errors in your life is inevitable. It is human. You are a human being. And human beings fall. We fall down. But the beautiful thing about being a human being is that we also get back up. Failure is one of the greatest tools we have in order to teach ourselves. And that is a gift. If you can teach yourself, you can learn how to do anything. But the only way to learn is to fail over and over and over again. But you are not the failure. You are not a failure. Just because you fail doesn't make you that. You don't have to identify with the fall. You don't even have to identify with the getting back up. You are just undergoing this procedure of learning. But this process of learning isn't you. You are more than that. You are inherently worthy of love, of beauty, of grace. Give yourself grace. Grace to become. The becoming is the whole picture. The becoming is what it's all about. And learning, growing, falling, getting back up, that is part of the process. And the process is where the magic is. I've been saying this in my most recent episodes of the podcast because it's true. The process is where everything is. The process is what never stops. You are never a complete picture. If you don't feel good enough because of your actions, because of the results of your actions. You will never feel like you're enough, because worthiness doesn't come from actions. Worthiness is something that you hold within you simply because you exist. You breathe because you are worthy. You breathe because you are meant to be here. You breathe because you are meant to see the light. You are meant to see another day. That's all you need. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove that you are good enough. You don't have to prove your worth. Those who truly see you know that you are enough simply because you are you. And you are so important. Why do you think you are here? Your uniqueness, just being you, just living purely in your energy, is what the world was asking for. The world needed you, so it birthed you. Do you understand? Nothing can change that. No action can alter that fact. There are people who look forward to seeing you. There are people who interact with you and you make their day. There are words that you have said to people that have stuck with them throughout their entire lives. You have affected people. You are effective. And you are most effective when you are living and breathing in your truth, in the truth. When you can simply be in your wholeness. That is where the magic is. That is where the security lies. That is where the detachment from value to actions doesn't exist anymore. You are being given an opportunity to learn how you want to show up and the things you want to do. But no matter how many paths you go down that may lead you to darkness, that might lead you to failure, doesn't change who you really are. Your soul is an essence, a beauty. You are a gift. You are a gift that people get to experience. And nothing you can do will change that, will ever change that. You are more valuable than you give yourself credit for. The more you live in the shame of your failures, the more you are closing yourself off to the lessons that they are showing you. Failure is an opportunity. Failure is what propels us into a new success. And if you are paying attention, if you are looking for the treasures in your failure, then you will move into a far greater success than you can even imagine. The key to letting go of this shame, to letting go of this suffering and agony of I'm never good enough, why am I not good enough, is to surrender. Surrender to life. Surrender to God. And everything will unfold and unfurl naturally. You don't have to try to be you. You don't have to try to do right when you surrender. Because when you let go, it becomes like nature. It becomes so easy just to actually be you. Why are you trying so hard? Stop trying so hard. Stop trying so hard. And just live. Just breathe. Simply surrender. We want to control everything. We want to control and do and make ourselves be a good person. But what if you just stopped trying to do that and just surrendered into the flow of who you really are? And then wouldn't you just naturally come out to be the person who does good things when you're not so worried about doing the wrong things? Shame feels like a cocoon. It feels like safety. It feels like comfort. In a convoluted, perverse way, like this cloak of darkness that shields you from the joy that you deserve to have. See, the reason you are living in shame is because you believe you don't deserve joy. But you do. You do deserve joy. Life wants to give you joy. God wants to give you joy. But you're holding on so tightly to the guilt, to the lie. It is a lie that you are a failure, that you aren't good enough. I want you to look at me, listen to me right now. It is a lie. You are believing a lie. I know that can be hard to accept. I have believed this lie my whole life, and I'm working to continue to let that belief go. The belief in the lie, and step in to the belief in the truth, which is that my value as a human being is in my spirit, is in my soul. And when I let go of the grip that I have on holding that so tightly and making sure that nothing touches it, that nothing comes close to it, then I can begin to ease into that joy. Surrender. I can't say that word enough. Surrender and let go. When you are trying so hard to do what's right and to be yourself, then you're not really doing it. Because you can't try to be yourself. You can only be yourself, which only comes from the letting go. Write down 10 things that are good about yourself. Read them over and over again. If you can, write down more. Write down all the good things about yourself. Focus on who you are and let go of the grip you have on to this shame and watch yourself unfold in the light of the becoming. You are a beautiful human. You are so worth it. You are so worth it. And I want you to experience joy. I want you to experience the love that is waiting for you. I appreciate you so much for taking the time to listen to this today. The fact that you chose to listen to this proves that you're willing to hear it. And when you're ready, you'll take that step. And I trust that you will. You just got to trust yourself. I've been Abby Williams. This has been Magic in the Moment. And I will see you or talk to you next time. Bye.